What's up guys, Ryan Snaadt here, and today we're talking about degrees and if you need one or not to become a professional creative. Plus, I'm going to be throwing in some tips for you college students out there that are looking to land your dream job with a company in a creative position. So, roll the intro! So I will throw in a little note here, guys. I did go to college for 4 years and got a degree in business. While I was in college, I did teach myself a lot of things with videography along the way because I have a huge interest in it. It was not easy, it took a lot of time, and I'm nowhere where I want to be now, but I've come so far in the last 4 years of teaching myself a lot of this stuff. So that's why I made this video today. I just wanted to clear the air for a lot of you guys that might be interested in this or on the fence about this or have some questions about this, because when I first started out, I went to YouTube to find a lot of these answers, so I want to help as many people as I can with the experience that I've got in the last couple of years. So years ago, a lot of people would either go to film school or go to university or college or teach themselves online how to do some of these creative tasks like animations, videography, photography, or anything else in that type of space. Today, it's easier than ever to start a career in a creative field just because of a lot of things that have happened. This is thanks to online training services like YouTube or lynda.com, some of these things that you can just go online from anywhere in the world and learn this stuff for free. Also having easy access to high quality recording equipment. Years ago, people had to pay millions of dollars just to have a high quality cinema camera as well as the editing software and ability to chop these things up in post-production. Now with the ability to edit in post-production on your laptop and the ability to shoot high quality HD video on a DSLR has changed the game as well. And we're seeing a lot of creatives come up out of the woodwork just from teaching themselves these types of things as well. And of course, industries are more and more swinging towards social media as this becomes the trend, and a lot more people have a lot more demand for these types of jobs. So your basic run-of-the-mill companies weren't using digital marketing before, now they're starting to implement it as well, and they don't have in-house marketing teams. So this gives a huge opportunity for creatives to get into this space and get jobs, whether it's freelance or working for the companies directly. So with online learning, easy access to really high quality equipment, and the higher demand with all these things that are going on digital, there's a huge opportunity for videographers and creatives just like you and me to get out there and make some extra money. So obviously the demand is there, but do you have the chops to make it in this type of industry? You don't need to go to film school, you don't need to go to college, but these things do help when it comes to understanding the baseline philosophies of the creative industry and knowing how to implement it so you can be in a position to succeed in your career. And universities, also people that have gone to film school, and I know people that have just taught themselves everything online. When it comes to college and university, a lot of people learn a lot more outside of that, outside of the actual technical aspect. They're understanding other things like business, how to market things, how to do a lot of other things that go along with being a creative. So I went to college. As you can see, for some reason I'm all decked out in my college gear today. I have no formal training as a creative, but I implement a lot of the things that I learned in college in my process as a creative and trying to develop as a person that way too. But the truth is, all you have to become successful in this type of industry is an extreme interest to learn and grow every single video that you make or every single photo that you take, and also a desire to go through the stuff that most people are not willing to do. Being a creative is very similar to being an entrepreneur. In fact, it is being some form of an entrepreneur, and I think that's why I connect with the business community so well through being a creative, is because here's where you want to be, and here's where you are, and there's this whole layer of crap you have to do that nobody wants to do to get where you want to be. Now, whether those layers are going to college, going to film school, or spending hours and hours and hours online on Lynda, on YouTube, teaching yourself how to do some of this stuff, you're going to have to work really hard to get where you want to be. So it really doesn't matter so much what the thing is that you're doing as long as you're working towards your goal. There's a lot of different ways that you can get to that spot. There's not one clear-cut path. I think that's so true about so many things in life that people think they have to go to college or have to go to film school if they want to become successful in this. And I know a lot of people that have taught themselves everything and they're very, very good at what they do, but they put the time in, whether it's not the 4 years in college in a desk, but they're putting the time in different ways. So if you've started film school and you're not really liking it, or you're considering going to college, you're just making a decision that's one of three that you could do to get where you want to be. But the truth is that you have to really focus in with all the time and effort that you're putting in if you're going to try and teach yourself, that you're going to get to the same end result that you want to if you would have gone to film school or if you would have gone to college. Also, a lot of people get hung up on what their resume says, if they went to film school, if they've done this or that, or what their accolades are. But I'm going to be the first one to tell you here that when in the creative space, the first thing people care about and the most important thing people care about is your portfolio. So if you're an animator or a photographer or a videographer, the first thing people want to see is, where's your portfolio? I want to see the proof of the level of work that you're capable of doing. If you're a wedding filmmaker, I want to see like 3 weddings that you've done that are great. If you take photos, I want to see the breadth of work that you've done. Have you worked for corporate clients? Do you just shoot couples? Do you just shoot graduation photos? What do you do? What is your niche? What is your focus? That's going to be the main thing that I would stress to a lot of creatives out there that are wanting to become full-time filmmakers or full-time content creators, is where is your portfolio level? And be very, very honest with yourself when you look at that. Do you have just like, are you a very high level worker, you just don't have a lot of work? Or have you done a lot of videos in the past but they're kind of low quality? You really have to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what am I bad at? What can I improve at? And that's going to be something that's going to differentiate you from everybody else that's trying to get work as well. The portfolio is definitely greater than the resume in this situation and in this career path, because your accolades will not prove a lot of things to people. It's going to be the portfolio that will speak for itself. There's so many different people that have a need for video, especially these days. So take that passion thing that you love and combine it with the skill set that you have to create something really, really cool. So in my case, I really, really love fitness. Those are my 2 things that I love to do, is make videos and fitness. So taking the initiative and doing some different work, whether it's low cost or no cost to you, to go out there and just put the work in and grow that portfolio. Because that's the first thing that an employer or a client is going to notice, is that, wow, they went out and took the initiative and did some different videos, and they don't even have to know if they're pro bono or not. They don't really care. Your clients are going to look at the quality, not some of the other things that you're probably focused in on as a creative. Get out there, get active, get focused on what you want to learn, and just teach yourself. The internet is a really crazy place, so get out there and start learning right now. So stop making excuses and make things happen. Let's go! If you've been looking for a little push to get you to where you want to be, here I am. I'm pushing you. Go try it. Do something different. Get outside of your comfort zone, because you might actually like it quite a bit. So now that we've talked about film school and if it's for you or not, I wanted to kind of transition into different jobs in the corporate space and trying to land a job as a creative for a company. So a lot of people, if they're creative, they think about going out on their own, but some people want to land a job with a company or with an agency so they can be a creative full-time. I'm just going to touch on some quick tips that'll help you guys with that as well. So if you're trying to get in with a local business or local company, I would definitely reach out to them and offer to do some pro bono work. Say you want to do videos for a music production company. They might have a team of people, but if you're really interested in that type of thing, you could always reach out and ask if you could be a production assistant for a day, go out on set and just offer your time for free, or do a free project for them as well. Just see how you can add value. It doesn't even have to be working for free. Maybe you do an intro for their YouTube channel. Maybe you do some different on-site stuff to help them out. It really doesn't matter so much with the working for free. Just look at ways that you can add value to this company. Try and narrow it down to about 10 to 20 different companies. Make a list of them and then go through all of their social media and their websites and just look for any kind of weakness that you can. So for the travel agency example, say that you're looking at like a Canadian travel agency and all the other touristy type travel agencies are killing it with really good videos, or they have a great YouTube channel, or whatever it is. Noticing that, just reach out to that tourism board and say, hey, I really like what you guys are doing. I would love to get involved with you. Here's what your entire competition is doing. The bar is set very, very high for you, and you're not really doing anything in this space, I've noticed. So I would really like to help you up your game in this and do a video or two just to kind of help you guys out that way. So you're not only showing them a problem, you're giving them a solution, and you're offering your help. 3 things that are going to get somebody's attention greatly than just cold calling someone or emailing someone saying, give me a job, because everyone's doing that. Lead with value first, and I promise you it will make a difference. I've talked to a lot of hiring managers in the last couple of years, and that is what everybody says, is lead with value. So always reach out with someone giving that 51%. Never reach out and ask for something. Always reach out with an offer or with a solution to someone's problem, because that will give you a leg up on everybody else, I promise you. So you can also blast your work to everybody. That's another way you can do it as well. If you have a show reel, or if you have kind of like a video portfolio or some kind of way that you're showing all your work, you can just send that to marketing teams, HR teams, or sales teams and see if they can get filtered around the office. That's another way you can try and do that as well. Again, this isn't really leading with value though, so I don't recommend it right off the bat. If you just have raw talent though, and your reel is like really, really good, and you don't just think it's good, but like everybody around you thinks it's good, and like not just your mom and your dad and your granny think it's good, but like the guy down the street or the guy in another country is like, whoa, this is great. Maybe you can send it to them that way. You can get some different attention along the way with just your raw skills. If you want to become a professional creative, it really just does take hustling your butt off and getting out there, meeting people, and just bettering your skill and just double down on yourself, investing all your time and effort in getting better at what you do. Go out there, find people that are doing the jobs that you'd like to do and figure out how they got where they're at and try and see if you can learn something from that. There's so many people that are willing to reach out and talk with you and give their knowledge and spread that understanding to you so you can make a difference in your own life too. A company's going to look at what you've done, whether it's in college or other things, and they're going to look at how can this person add value to my company. And even if you haven't gone to college or film school, and if you can add serious value to somebody because you understand how to market, or you understand how to take really good pictures, you have a great creative eye, or you understand what their company values are, and you're willing to grow within that company, you can add some serious value to people. And if you express that to someone in a very concise way, they might be very interested in hiring you as a full-time person. So if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button below. I'm going to be posting weekly videos to help you grow your brand with video, tech reviews, videography, and a bunch of other cool stuff, as well as ways to help market your small business with all these different things going on with social media. So stay tuned for that as well. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Ryan Snaadt, helping you grow your brand with video. Make sure to tune in next week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!